So Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Bro Flying.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up, everybody tuning in wherever you tuning in from. It's Gas Presents Sports for the Culture, or the Sports for the Culture podcast, if you will. Let me introduce the fellas. Let me introduce myself first. Man, I'm Scruff 3000, man. I'm on my Andre 3K shit. You feel me? Shout out my guy 3K. You feel me? And let me introduce the fellas. Top right.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. the good mister, man. I'm ready for a good show tonight, guys. Excited for these topics we got. And yeah, man, let's get into it.
Yeah, man, let's get into it. Just reposting the link out to our Twitter followers, man. Make sure y'all tapping in with us. All the people that's joining us via YouTube, make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button, man. Feel me? It's very important. Bottom center.
It's your boy, and fuck all that knew all this now. It's still the same old me, just a different year. Fuck all that extra shit. I'm trying to embarrass our good mister and the Mr. Scruff with the flute all of a sudden.
Yeah, man. Shout out to G, man. He just hit the 3 plates. Shout out JG on the 3 plates. My man hit the 3 plates on the bench. He's still not touching his chest.
I was just about to ask, did it touch his chest?
Man, fuck all that shit.
Chest, bro. If that man not touching his chest, don't even report on it, bro. I don't want to
He
hear
ain't
that.
touching his chest.
I got you, son.
That's why his
He
chest
ain't
not
touching his
developing
chest.
properly right now, bro. His chest
That's
not
really
developing
part of the
properly.
reason, though. Legit.
Fuck out of here.
He start touching his chest, he be doing 4 plates the way he be working. And that man be taking hella rest in between the sets. I know it.
Nah, I ain't mad at, I'm not mad.
Bro, 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
I'm not
If
mad.
it's a heavy day, 3 minutes. It's a 3-minute rest.
3 minutes?
Three.
Oh, man, come on.
I'm
Is it
not mad
country
at the
club
rest,
or a gym?
I'm not
3
mad at
minutes?
the rest, but
90 seconds, bro.
only thing I worry for my guy. I worry for my guy, right? Because unknowingly he's improperly developing his chest. All right. I'm trying to catch you before it's too far gone, and all your pecs is on the outside. You don't got no definition in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got a flat middle and a small outside pec. I'm gonna get you right though, G. Don't worry.
Bro, no cap, bro. The touching your chest gets the inside of your shit.
You're not getting no rips right here, bro. It's just.
But I am though. But I am. Real talk.
He got a chest plate. He got one flat.
When are you coming up north so we can hit a gym session? When you coming up north? You scared to come up north?
Down here, you capped out on me.
No. They don't know how to go home. Is you scared to come up north? Why you scared to come up north, son?
See, that's how you get Geraldo down here for a live recording. You just gotta tell him we're gonna hit the gym after.
It's cold. It's cold up north, man.
All right, man.
It's a little racist down south. I can't go out there.
It's not racist out here. This is the most freewheeling city I've ever been in, bro. Let's get into it, man. Y'all real racist up top if we keeping it 100. Let's get into it, man. College football playoffs was yesterday. You know, I was mighty disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, I was rolling with the Tide. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, they was looking like the Eagles was on Sunday, but that's a whole nother conversation. You know, running some bullshit ass plays. But Michigan got the dub against Alabama in overtime. It was a very good game, I'm not gonna lie. But Alabama let them off the hook for real. And then Washington put on an air raid pretty much against Texas, and they beat them by, I think it was about 6 points, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Penix Jr. put on quite a show. So I'm just going to cast a general net out here. And, you know, out of those college football games, what caught your eye? Like, what was the most prolific thing that you saw or took from those 2 games? Bryce, I'm going to start with you.
Prolific? I don't know. I mean, I did notice some things. Like, I felt like Bruh, if your center has snapped the ball bad for 3 straight quarters,
Yo,
you might want to just try the backup center. I'm just saying, dog. Like, you might want to just see what the backup center got at that point because, like, you don't want to lose the game because of your center. You know what I'm saying? Even on the last play, I was hard in the group
Bruh,
chat.
he
I went
didn't
real hard
block.
on the last play. Like, the last play in the Alabama game was ugly, but if you run that joint back, the center snapped it at the dude's feet, bro. And when I ran it back,
every other play.
but bro, to do it on the last play is crazy. And then, like, it's 4th down, bro. You bad snap on 4th down is crazy. But if it would have been a good snap, the more I watched the play, I think that Milroe would have scored that because the blocking was solid. He had a head full of steam, and I think he plunges forward for that 2.5, 3 yard, whatever it was. So damn, like, to lose the game because of your center is crazy. It's football though, so you never lose a game because of one player. So I don't want to harp too much on that. But I was impressed with Michigan, specifically JJ McCarthy. I feel like JJ for a couple seasons now in college football has been an unheralded player, but he wins games, bro. All he does is win games. And center's parlay hit. Now, facts, bro. Center definitely threw that game. So I'm excited to see because I think that Washington is a really good team, especially when it comes to offense, quick scores, like Scrub said, the air raid. And I think Michigan's going to find themselves in a shootout. And I wonder if JJ McCarthy can hang, bro, in a high-scoring shootout. I do wonder about that. So that's probably the thing. That's probably the thing like that. After watching those games, I really, really wonder how Washington, Michigan unfolds. You know what I'm saying? If it's a shootout, I'm scared we might see another blowout in the bowl game. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point that you made there in terms of the styles of the offense. JJ McCarthy, I don't know. You haven't seen him in like a shootout like that yet. Typically, their games are in the 20s.
For me, during these games, it was just Price hit the nail on the mark when it came to Alabama. The center snapping, that shit was horrible. It ran from it was just there from the second half and on. You kept on watching it. I'm surprised the quarterback didn't have like a missed fumble where he had to run it back the other 20 yards some of the time, some of those plays. And now you see why they weren't even running the ball because the center wasn't snapping the ball correctly, so you really can't even pass it off to the running back. Because the Alabama running back, he was having a hell of a game. I was surprised Alabama didn't keep on running the ball, kill the clock. Because at one point they were up. And Michigan, I get it, Michigan's defensive line was just on Alabama, but it goes back to the center being so scared that the defensive end, whoever he had to guard, was going to bull rush right through the middle. And that's the glaring part when you see this Alabama game. I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I watching? This is not your typical Alabama offensive line where they're just dominant hogs, where these guys just, man, they're going to get anything and anything through the middle, or whatever gap they need the running backs to run, they're going to create those spaces, which you didn't see with this Alabama team. And then you saw Jim Harbaugh and making that gutsy call with the, what was it, fourth and
down.
10, I think? It was 4th and 10 down, right?
I don't know if it was 10 though, but it was definitely 4th down.
It was a 4th down, and you see that gutsy call. He said, "You know what, man? I'm gonna give it to me, bro. Guys, gotta win this shit." And to have that kind of confidence on this team, Alabama. On this Michigan team that last year got beat up by what was it? TCU? Is it TCU? Yeah, it was. And so to see the Michigan come back and redeem themselves, it's looking like this is the perfect script for Michigan to win. And then when I got to see the Washington game versus Texas, I thought it should have. You could see how Washington let off the gas in the second half, and then you see how Texas came back to start coming back, and then it just so happened to be that Washington defense stopped the nosebleed just to win. But even then, it was just like, oh man, this is why we didn't want to watch the Florida State come in, because they got beat up by Georgia. And then to see these Florida State players start complaining, oh, Alabama didn't deserve it. I'm like, man, listen, man. If Alabama, what you think Michigan was going to do to you scrubs? You guys don't have your ultimate weapon. So this is why it was indication it was meant to have these 4 teams play. And I'm as a fan of football, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what Michigan did. I enjoyed how Alabama was able to still perform even with a sus offensive line. Even Texas, they showed you they still had the grit. Still, you could tell they're like a couple players away from me being that kind of Texas team we used to watch back in the day. They're already there, and just watching Washington, the true Cinderella, perform the way it did. No one thought somebody from the Pac-10 could perform the way they performed. I didn't think they're going to be this good. And just to watch Preston throw what he threw for 430 over 420 yards. That was just a good game on him. It showed you why this kid should be a top 5 pick coming into this league.
Penix is his name, though.
Penix.
But yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of your points there, G. I do feel like the Michigan running back deserves some props, like B mentioned in the comments there. He made a lot of the big difference plays for them. I think for Michigan to win the game despite the turnovers, to me was the most telling thing. And I agree that Alabama, they typically are, road graders, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the O-line. So that is not what we saw at all. He got lit up in especially A-Gap. A-Gap got tore up, which is, testament to the center being horrible or just not trying to play. And yeah, that was a big part of it. And I actually, my initial reaction, you guys might be right. Maybe it was the center. I thought they just, I was a little bit, Michigan doesn't exactly, have the best integrity. There's a big controversy going over their heads. I'm thinking they knew their plays. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, these guys know their plays, but they're in the backfield every time. But maybe it was the center, or maybe they knew their plays. I don't know. Does that cast any shadow on what's happening here? Like Michigan ends up, let's say they end up winning the championship. Let's say they end up winning the championship, though. Literally, what happened if they win the championship? Is there any speculation as to like the integrity of that championship? Is it, what I'm saying? Because like they was admittedly stealing plays, and like we don't know how far.
They didn't admit to shit. That's all. That's still allegation.
Admit they got caught. What you talking about? Admit you don't got to admit to shit. You get sent to jail, and you could be saying the whole time you was innocent. But if you got charged, then you know what I'm saying. And
do innocent people not go to jail? Do innocent people not go to prison?
Get the fuck out of here, G.
Don't give me this. Don't try to. It doesn't sound like you're some Alabama fan all of a sudden. Wrong time. They got cheated. Man, listen, man. You think the NCAA is gonna let Michigan cheat their way in this one?
I'm not an Alabama fan. First of all, I'm not a Michigan fan. I don't like Michigan. I never liked Michigan. You feel me?
Your girl from Ohio State, bro.
That ain't even it. I don't fuck with Michigan. I never fuck with Michigan, and I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with that bad integrity, bro. I never fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with the New England Patriots for deflating balls. I don't fuck with the.
But yet we still credit Tom Brady to be the best quarterback of all time. Then, if that's the case, and why we sit down here and say Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time?
Well, I guess it didn't cast a big enough shadow. But that's why I'm asking the question. If Michigan wins the championship, is there any shadow on the record? I already know what you got to say. So,
no.
Bryce, what's your thoughts?
No, not for me, yo. I don't like, bruh. They. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how, but okay, I guess it's definitely an advantage. But hey, if you know their signs, it's an advantage. But I mean, like, dog, I don't know. I feel like the whole team would have to learn the signs to really know what play is coming. I guess you could feel like you put your team in the best play. I don't know, bro. And then, like, what extent was it? It's just too little information. I think they got caught because the dude showed up to a practice, or he showed up to a team's game to film the game, and he had on Michigan gear while he was doing it, which is some nut ass shit. Like, if you're gonna be spying, you know what I'm saying, for a team, like, don't wear the team's gear while you're holding the camera. That's wild. But I ain't gonna take nothing away from Michigan if they win the chip. And matter of fact, I'm actually gonna give them a little credit because, like, They had some good players get drafted last season, specifically on the offensive line. And they was able to put it back together. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. I just wonder if they can hang though, bro. G brought up the point with TCU earlier, dog. You got me thinking like that game was TCU came out firing that game, right? And then Michigan like slowly battled their way back into it, but it was like too little, too late.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can't stop thinking about how this game might play out, bro. Like, I like, is it going? If it's a shootout, does Michigan get blown out, bro? Are they coming from behind the whole game?
Like, I don't know if they get blown out, but
like Blake Corum is a dog, bro. He is a straight dog. But if Blake Corum, rushes for 55 yards on the drive, total 55 yards, right? And they had an 8-minute 55-second drive, great drive, punch it in for a touchdown. Then Michael Penix drops back on the third play, third down, and throws a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown, and the drive only lasted 1:13 seconds. Like, hey, bro, I don't know, bro.
Bro, but that deep ball pass, that first throw he threw, what was it, for like 77 yards?
That joint was fire.
That was a pretty pass because it didn't stay up too long. It just went up. Just was
drop it in the bucket, bro.
I never seen a perfect pass like that. A deep pass like that in a while in college football. When's the last guy you seen throw a deep pass that perfect in this kind of a game? And it just the receiver caught it. He didn't have to go out his way to catch it. He just literally pop, and ran.
Yeah, and I got a new theory about quarterbacks, bro. And I think it might hold true, but I feel like to be an elite quarterback at the next level. And this is why, I think Michael Penix got a good chance to be not a solid quarterback in the league. I don't know if I see like a star quarterback in the league. Like I think GC's talking about top 5 pick, but he could become it. He could become it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was top 5 just based on quarterbacks, how they get drafted.
T compared him to Marvin Harrison. I'm sorry, Marvin Harrison. T compared him to Geno Smith. And I thought that was a really good comparison, bro. And we know how long it took Geno Smith to become something in the league. I mean, it took a while. But my new theory on quarterbacks is that to be elite, you gotta have 2 elite traits, yo. And you only really need 2 of them, dog. And I like watching over the weekend, I feel like what validated this for me was watching Lamar Jackson. And I also caught a little bit, mainly Lamar, because Lamar got a great deep ball, and Lamar's got unstoppable wheels. You know what I'm saying? So with those two traits, dog, like it's hard. It's always gonna be hard to stop. You know what I'm saying? If you look at like Pat Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Pat Mahomes got unbelievable, like pocket antics. You know what I'm saying? He got unbelievable ability to create within the pocket, and then he also has probably one of the best arms of all time. Like those 2 traits right there, he good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like in Penix, I see the great deep ball, but I'm not seeing the other trait. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that second trait that's like, okay, if his deep ball not falling, you know how they say if your shot's not falling, you got this, you could play some defense. You know what I mean? Yeah. Basketball analogy. Like, what is Penix? His deep ball not falling. So what does he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Lamar Jackson's deep ball not falling, you about to get 100 yards on the ground. You know what I'm saying? If Pat Mahomes' accuracy not there, he about to go in that pocket. He about to scramble around all day until somebody's wide ass open. You know what I'm saying? So my thing when I'm watching Penix is like, what is his second thing going to be? And he did show me some pocket awareness that I hadn't noticed. Last night, a couple passes where he just dipped the shoulder on a couple linemen, but I don't know, bro. I feel like that too. I think I'm gonna carry that moving forward, yo. If you got 2 elite traits, I think you're gonna be an elite quarterback, yo.
Because I don't think he got sacked. I think he was able to maneuver through it. I don't think this kid got sacked out that whole game. If I remember clearly, that first half, he was getting away with mad passes. He didn't even scramble too far out the pocket. He was able to scramble a little bit to where the defender didn't touch him, and he was able just to throw that shit. He was getting a lot of passes off.
I got sacked one time, if that.
Even if that, it's like, yo, Like when I seen this kid play, you heard of his talk during the whole. Remember when the first 4 weeks of college football, when it was about Sanders, it was him and Caleb Williams coming out the Pac-12. You heard the talk, so these guys are right here playing strong already. They
He's
were
right.
going to be the Heisman women.
He didn't get sacked.
You see, I didn't think he got sacked. He was able to maneuver, and it's not like he scrambled too off the pocket. He was literally like probably like 3 steps away, but he was still inside that pocket, so he was able to throw them shits. And I'm impressed. I haven't seen somebody throw the ball that nice, where it's not just staying too far up. It was just like whoop, it was just drop, land, and like, even the receivers, you could tell the chemistry with the receivers in that game. They was just like, they were in sync. It's something you don't often see in college, and it looked like the NFL, like an NFL offense was being played in front of you last night, at least in that game.
Yeah, he balled out. 76% completion percentage, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns.
What was he? He was like 36 to like 49 or something like that.
29 for 38.
You see, 29 to 38. Wow, that's and what he probably rushed for like 5 or 10 yards.
30
yards. Even then, it's not bad. You can see this is not your regular typical. I like to have to consider like a black quarterback. Oh, he's quick to rush. He's quick to just run the ball. This kid has a pocket presence. He's like that kind of guy that he prefers to throw before running, and that's what I like to see.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out who he's talking about, but I understand who he's talking about. He said Penix is better than Danny PPP loan.
Oh yes,
talking about
Daniel
Danny
Jones.
Johns.
Yes.
Danny
Oh my
Johns.
God, son! Since the Giants are going to beat the Eagles this weekend, I hope we don't fall under the 5 pick. And let's. I would love for the Giants to draft this kid.
Boy, don't get crazy. Y'all ain't beating us.
And we're gonna beat y'all. Y'all let the Cardinals beat y'all bum asses. Fuck out my face. This is supposed to be ours.
That's because the coach knows our shit. That don't got nothing to do with y'all. That coach, man. Fuck Jonathan Gannon and anyone that loves him. Fucking snake. He a snake though, for real. He a snake though, for real. Because you know what I'm saying, the history of that. Y'all don't know the history of that. I'm gonna let y'all live. Bryce probably know. He a smart guy.
I don't know no Jonathan Gannon history. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Oh, you don't know the history of that?
You got no file on Jonathan Gannon, dog. Only file I got is that goofy ass speech he gave in the beginning of the season.
All right, let me give you the file on Jonathan Gannon, right? He committed to return to the Eagles last season as a defensive coordinator, and we were going to hire a replacement. We were going to get Vic Fangio, but he said he committed to returning for the following season, and then secretly was interviewing with the Cardinals, and he ended up getting a coaching job. They said he wasn't focused during the Super Bowl, so the NFL actually investigated it. They called it tampering. And the Cardinals had to give us a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-rounder, I can't recall, because of the tampering. Basically, he cost us a Super Bowl. The man wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. He wasn't mentally there. He gave up the same play twice. The goddamn Kadarius Toney, one of the worst players in the league. Then this man went to the Cardinals, and his snakeness precedes him. You feel me? Because he told my man Joshua Dobbs he wasn't going to get traded. Next day, that man was traded. And then he told my man Kayvon Wallace that he wasn't going nowhere. And then he got cut the next day. You know what I'm saying? And now he over here fucking up our NFC playoff standings. So fuck Jonathan Gannon and anyone that loves him, man. He's a snake.
Well, I love it.
Because
fuck you bums.
Yeah. We couldn't stop nobody, though, man. That Eagles defense. Your boy James Bradbury, man, he needs to get the fuck out of town, bro.
Oh, now he's my boy.
That's
fuck
your boy, bro. That's your boy from the Giants.
That's
why we fucked up. That's why we fucked up. We getting former Giants. That's bad news. Bad news bears, bro. You don't do that. I ain't never seen a player leave the Giants and be good, besides Odell, and he ain't really been that good, to be honest. But that's a whole nother conversation, man.
Jason Pierre-Paul, he wasn't good with Tampa?
Not really, bro.
Won the Super Bowl, though.
Okay, yeah. So did a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, bro. But yeah, let's talk about the NFL playoff fixture. That seems like a good segue, right? You know, because the playoff fixture looks a little different now. I'm gonna figure out all these NFL clinching scenarios. Give me a second, man. It's a lot of scenarios and shit. But let's talk about the current standings, man. Right now, the Ravens locked up the number one seed in the AFC. Currently, it's sitting at a 13-3 record. The Dolphins are trailing right there, the number two seed. The Chiefs have the number three seed. The fourth seed is up for grabs. Right, currently the Jaguars, bless you, are in the fourth seed because they are the division lead. But also the Broncos. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Browns are the fifth seed right now. Joe Flacco still balling, man. Shout out Joe Flacco. And then the Bills are currently holding it down. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's 7 spots now, huh? Bills are holding it down to the 6th seed, 10-6, at the wild card spot, and the Colts, another Eagles offensive coordinator turned pro head coach, Shane Steichen, who clearly was calling all the plays for us. 9-7 with the Colts. Clearly, he was the mastermind behind the Nick Sirianni train. We'll talk about that later, though. Technically, the Texans are still on the bubble, 9-7. They could make the playoffs with a probability of 46%. And last but not least, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Bryce's Super Bowl pick, I think. 9-7, man. Tomlin again with another guaranteed non-losing season. 29% chance of making the playoffs. Things are getting very interesting. All right. Let's before we go into the NFC, I don't want to confuse anyone. Let's just start there. That's what we got. Now, let me get into these clinching scenarios. The seeding is less important, but oh wow, the Cleveland Browns are definitely in there. Uh, Buffalo can clinch the AFC East division title by winning. They can also clinch a playoff berth with a Buffalo tie, Pittsburgh loss, Jacksonville loss, or a Houston Indianapolis tie. The Texans can clinch the AFC South with a win and a Jacksonville loss, which that's interesting. Jacksonville plays Carolina, so oh wait, not my bad. That was last week's game. Damn, this should be all right. But anyway, so back to the clinching. Houston can clinch the playoff win with a win, and Jacksonville. Oh, or they can make the playoffs with a win, or a Houston tie and a Jacksonville loss and a Pittsburgh loss or tie. So Houston has a potential to make the playoffs. The Colts are pretty much in, but they could clinch the title, the AFC South, with a win and a Jacksonville loss, or a tie and a Jacksonville loss, and they could make the playoffs with a win or a Pittsburgh loss. Jacksonville, I said that. Jacksonville can win to the AFC. There's a lot going on here, man. Last but not least, let's go to Pittsburgh real quick. Pittsburgh is playing for their lives.
You're getting confused.
No, you're confused, bro.
You're confusing yourself. All right, listen. So what it sounds like, right?
I ain't done
Pittsburgh
yet.
is in with a loss from either Tennessee or the Bills, because we already know that the Browns are in. That's settled. So they got to win out, basically.
Pittsburgh obviously has to win to make it, but they also need Buffalo to lose, or Jacksonville to lose, or Houston,
the Colts and the Colts.
Yeah, yes. Basically. They need a lot of stuff to happen, but they can still theoretically make the playoffs. Now, with that said, NFL Week 18, let's get into some of these matchups. The Steelers are playing the Ravens. Now, I'll be at that game, and I hope that they play their starters, but they don't necessarily need to, bro. But it is a rivalry game. We'll see what happens. The Texans are playing the Colts. That's a very critical game because the Texans are playing for their playoff lives. The Colts could technically fall out of it. They're going to need to win that game. Both teams need to win that game. So that's a good ass game. That's an 8:15 game. I got to get home to watch that one. Jaguars are playing the Titans, I think, which is relevant, right?
Yes, because Jags needs to win out.
We got, and the Bills play the Dolphins.
At the prime time game.
Yeah, I pretty much covered everything. So anyway, out of all that stuff that I said, who do y'all think is going to make the playoffs? Do you think any of the teams out? I'll say this: out of the teams outside looking in, who do you think is the most likely to make it? And out of the teams that are currently in, who do you think is the most likely to fall out?
I think
Jacksonville. The same.
I think Jacksonville and the Colts could actually fall out. Well, I know. Yeah, I think Jackson. I think the Colts could fall out, and I think the Texans could take that spot. And because let's see the overall standings.
Now, just so you know, Jacksonville has a 77% chance of making it. The Bills 94%, Colts 54%, Texans 46%, and Steelers 29%.
If it goes the way I think it's gonna go, I don't think the Ravens are gonna let the Steelers get into the playoffs. It's just because it's a heated rivalry. Why the fuck would you want them in the playoffs? Fuck out of here! You don't want to kick them out.
But you think they're gonna play Lamar?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think they play Lamar for the first two quarters.
Why not? I don't see why.
You don't want it's a divisional rivalry. You don't want them to get in.
Do you want
to give them a free game?
Like I don't know.
You want Lamar to sit for 3 weeks?
I'm trying to protect mine.
Exactly. Regardless of Lamar's going to sit for 2 weeks. Regardless. 2 weeks.
The Ravens have the top seed in the AFC in the bag, bro. I feel like
they do.
I don't want to call it reckless if they play Lamar the whole game, but reckless if they play Gus Edwards the whole game. All right. I mean, if my man, if Roquan plays the whole game, they're tripping. All right. I'm just saying.
You're right about that. Especially with their running back history.
They got the number one in the bag. I think that to Scruff's question though, I think I can't disagree with G, bro. I think the Colts and the Jags, man, I'm like the first two out. It's interesting to see the trajectory the Bills have taken, bro. Because I can remember about 7-8 weeks ago, we was ragging on them. Because y'all already love shitting on the Bills. That's like y'all's thing. You know what I'm saying? Scruff.
That's Rome's thing.
You included, Scruff. You included. Y'all love shitting on the Bills, bro. Every time the Bills come up, I don't know what it is about the Bills, but everybody love to tell me. Y'all always telling me how Josh Allen ain't shit. And I be the one that's like, nah, Josh Allen kind of nice. Y'all always telling me how the Bills ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, there's two teams on each side I don't want to see. On the AFC is the Bills, and in the NFC is the Rams. Bro, who wants to play those teams? Who wants to play the Bills, bro? Were they like 6-1 in their last 7? they was a game below 500, and now they looking at a possible 11-win season, bro. And midway they was below 500, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they on a tear, dog. Them boys on a tear right now. So
they are. They got hot at the right time. And one thing I'll say about the Bills, they can win it. They have a chance.
I mean, bro, who would have thought 8 weeks ago that the Bills would finish ahead of the Dolphins in the standings?
Well, they haven't yet.
Well, they're
not. They haven't yet. But I'm just saying it's a chance.
It's a slight chance, but even then, it's
a slight chance.
It's not. It's not a slight chance.
It is actually.
It is because if the Bills win,
why? Wait, why is it a slight chance? If they beat them, they in, right? If they beat them, they win it.
No, it's crazy. Huh? It's if the Bills win and they have these other guys like the Texans and
they are playing each other.
They're playing each other. They're in the same division. They're playing each other.
Right.
Last game of the season. Like, how is it bro? And the Dolphins are
if the Bills win, they would be ahead of them.
Right, and y'all talk about teams like first outs, like teams that look out of sorts, bro. Have y'all watched the Dolphins the last 3 weeks? Have y'all seen what they've been doing?
Well, they've been on and off. They're on and off because they did beat Dallas.
They beat Dallas by 2 points,
but they beat Dallas nonetheless.
Wait, they lost 56-19, bro.
I know against.
I don't care who you lose to.
The Ravens.
I don't care where it's at. And if you in the NFL, you lose 56-19, bro. There's something wrong, dog. Something very wrong.
Yeah, that. But didn't Nick Chubb get hurt too with the last 3 minutes?
What's these thumbs up going on, guy?
I'm just trying to figure out how to get them thumbs up like G guy. He got some bubbles popping up on his shit. Y'all seen that?
People love me, my boy. Don't be a hater, man. Yeah,
I
keep
don't know
going.
about what that is. I don't know what that is.
No, I don't even see it. That's just not coming up on mine.
Watch his screen. It'll happen again. But yeah, I agree. The Bills do have a chance to get ahead of the Dolphins. I agree with Beto. The Patriots were really not really, a worthy opponent, but yeah, nonetheless, they have the results. You can't speak with the results. They have been winning the last few games. So
wait, who was B talking about when he said they got hot against the Patriots? He talking about they got hot against the Dolphins.
Talking about the Bills.
You talking about the Dolphins?
No, you're talking about the Bills.
He's talking about the Bills.
Oh, he's talking about the Bills. They got hot against. Okay, that makes sense. They got hot against the Pats, bro. I don't want to play the Bills. If I'm the Ravens, the Bills probably the only team I don't want to see, bro. Honestly.
All right, so I got this, man. This is my prediction. The Texans will beat the Colts. Which means I think they're going to take their playoff spot from them. So Texans out, Colts in. That's my prediction. I don't know. I'm not going to write off the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are going to get in. I don't think they're going to get in. Yeah, I don't. So, I mean, the Jaguars, I don't know, man. I'm not really loving the Jags. They're kind of backing into the playoffs, if you will. They're playing a Titans team that doesn't really have much to play for, but they're not like a pushover team. I don't know. G, listen to that.
My man played them ratchets for a second, boy. You watch the twerk? You in there watching twerk videos, G? You play on the twerk video on accident. Real smooth.
real funny. I like
shit.
That, G.
I like that. I like how you play that
funny
off.
Style. Well, yeah, we
got an interesting situation. Oh, man of God. I don't lust or covet other women.
Actually, there's a couple ways that Houston's going to get in. Because Houston could clinch the AFC South with a win and the Jacksonville loss. Or they can get in if they win and Jacksonville loses or Pittsburgh loses. So I think they're going to get in. I think it's almost a certainty they're going to get in. But obviously, if they lose to the Colts, they won't. So there's that.
Colts another one of those teams that have been like nice, low key. Like I feel like Colts are like one of those teams that like they can play against anybody. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
Like they just what is their strength and what is their weakness? I have no clue.
You know what's crazy? You know who's gonna have the easiest run though? The Browns, because the Browns are either gonna face the Jags or the Texans first week in the playoffs.
Browns are one of those other teams that you don't really want to play, but because of their defense.
Bro, I rock with the Jags and a lot of their players, but I don't care what nobody says, bro. Them boys don't deserve playoffs, bro.
I agree, bro. They really disappoint me.
Them boys don't deserve playoffs, dog.
Yeah, so I got the Jags out. I got the Jags out, and I got the Colts out by default because I think that the Texans are going to win, and the Colts need to win in order to get in. So they're fucked too. So honestly, shit, Steelers might get in, bro. Steelers might get in. B, you think the Steelers are going to get in, bro? What you think?
I don't think I have a choice. I think I'm handicapped to saying the Steelers will get in, so I have to stick with it.
If Pittsburgh can get in if Jacksonville loses.
I mean, I'm not gonna bet against my guy Tomlin. I think, like I said, I feel like the Ravens are not gonna be. They're not playing for shit. Like they are locked in the top of the NFL, bro. Like maybe they want to go out there and just practice some shit. I don't know, but if I was them, I'm not risking hurting Lamar. I'm not risking hurting Gus. I'm not risking hurting Zay. Like fuck that.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a competitive, super competitive Ravens team. They still the Ravens, and it's still a division game, so they're gonna fight. Yeah. But I think the Steelers win that game just because they're gonna be going against second strings.
I think the biggest questions involving this whole situation come down to basically 2 or 3 games. But the Texans and the Colts game is obviously pivotal, and the Jaguars and the Titans. The Titans technically don't have anything to play for, but I'm gonna be honest, they're not really a team that rolls over. They've never been in a team like that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Will Levis has been playing some decent football, too. Got to hand it to him.
Yeah, he has been playing well. The defense has been playing well. You know, they're not a bad football team, to be honest. They just aren't a good
Hey, wait, I
football
missed
team.
that comment. What did he say, G?
Yeah, what it say, GG? What?
I know good one, bro. Facts, bro. Bro, definitely watching him say, you know it, hey, B. He watching something, B. The way he turned that shit off all quick, like, nah, you got caught, bro.
I
Yeah,
was trying to watch. I was trying to watch it. You know, on Instagram they post up the playoffs seedings and whatnot. Like when Nick was trying to, I was trying to scroll through my little feed where it was, and it so happened to be
Oh, okay.
some little shorty. I was like, whoa, I was like, whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
look, when you flip to it, you were like, whoa, you thought that phone was on mute, so you hit play.
Yeah, you gotta flick the little button down.
Hey.
All right, man. But yeah, the AFC playoff picture is actually the most entertaining out of the playoff pictures. Because a lot can happen, man. A lot can happen. We got two teams currently on the outside looking in that, in my opinion, have a darn good shot of making it. But let's move on to the NFC. The 49ers currently, I believe, I don't know if they clinched based on the tiebreaker. I think they did. But 49ers are currently holding the number one seed at 12-4. The Cowboys holding it down for number 2 because the Eagles lost and they hold the tiebreaker. 11-5. The Lions, 3rd seed, 11-5. Technically, the 4th seed is still up for grabs because the Buccaneers are currently the 4th seed and they can still potentially lose thanks to their own bullshit. They lost that game last week against the Saints. That was some bullshit. They fucked my parlay up is what they did. Saints could still make the playoffs. They have a 31% chance of the playoffs, assuming that Buccaneers, we'll talk about that in a second, but they could fall out of it. Number 5 seed right now is the Eagles at 11-5, who potentially still could get the number 2 seed. It's getting complicated. Number 6, the Rams. Arguably one of the hottest teams in football, if I'm being honest, bro. If I'm being honest, definitely one of the hottest teams in football. Only loss they've lost in the last 6 games, I think, was to Lamar Jackson, and they barely beat them. With all due respect. And shout out to the Packers, man, playing really good football, climbing their way into the playoffs. Currently have a 60% chance of making the playoffs. On the outside looking in is the Seahawks at 8-8 with a 26% chance of making it. The Saints at 8-8, as I mentioned, 31% chance of making it. And believe it or not, the Minnesota Vikings have a 3% chance to make it. And the Falcons, as mid as they've been, 10% chance to make the playoffs.
Wow.
As far as the scenarios go, the NFC, San Francisco has clinched lone first round bye and home field advantage. Cowboys are in. Most of those teams are already in that I mentioned. Atlanta can make the playoffs. They play the Saints. They can clinch the division with a win and a Tampa Bay loss. That's interesting. Tampa Bay clinches with a win or a New Orleans loss. All right, that's interesting. And then the Saints, they can clinch the NFC South title with a win and a Tampa Bay loss, or a tie and a Tampa Bay loss, or a win and a Seattle loss and a Green Bay loss, because then they would get the wild card. Very, very interesting stuff here. So let's just start with that portion of it. The NFC South. Who do y'all see coming out of that division? Let me give y'all the lineup on those games. Falcons are playing the Saints, so that's directly a tangible game. And the Buccaneers are playing the Panthers. Now, keep in mind, the Bucs win, they're in, and this is all a moot point, if you will. So how do y'all see that playing out?
It's a foreshadow of the Bucks just beating the Panthers because that's the bootiest team in America right now. It don't matter what goes on between the Saints and the Falcons, they ain't making it.
Maybe Bryce Young just pulls one out of thin air, though. You know, I don't know. I'm still holding out hope for the kid.
But did he not get hurt like after coming out like in the third, second quarter?
I haven't been watching them. They've been pitiful.
Man, Bryce Young is like a sacrificial lamb right now in NFL, man. That boy, he just goes out there just to get smacked. Poor
Definitely
kid.
a lamb. Definitely a lamb, and not a goat. Right now, at least, definitely looks like more like a lamb than goat.
Man,
Bryce,
chops.
how do y'all see? You seen that? How you see that play? How you see this playing out, B?
Just the whole division.
Yeah, just that division. Then we'll get into the other scenarios. That's the main thing, though. The wild cards
Yeah,
up
I
for
don't know.
grabs
That's a
too.
weird division. A whole bunch of underachievers. There's somebody got to be the best of the worst. It's tough, man. The Saints are one of those teams that I really haven't been able to figure out this year, bro. They've been like, I just don't know I really don't know what they are, dog. And I'm done trying to guess what they are. So when I don't know what you are, I don't even rate you. So I'm going with the Bucks, bro. I feel like the Falcons, them fools just get scored on too much, bro. Like the Falcons really can't stop a nosebleed, bro. Like who's their I hate to be like who's their best defender, but like I think their best defender is Calais Campbell, and I think he's 40 years old.
I can't really name anyone on their defense.
I mean, they got Troy Anderson, linebacker, and I mean, they got some guys, bro. But like, I don't know, man. I don't believe in that defense. The problem is when you have to win the way that the Falcons have to win, and the way they have to win is to run the ball like 40 times. Algier gets 20 carries. Bijan gets 20 carries. Let's hope we won. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope we slowed the game down enough. When you have to win like that, you got to have a good defense, bro. It's hard to win like that if your defense is not super legit, which is why they got a losing record. So I don't, or maybe they 8-8.
No, they're not even
8-8.
7-9. No, they 7-9. That's why they got a losing record, bro. You can't win that style ground and pound football with a bad defense. So I think they out. The Saints, like I said, I can't figure them out. I'm gonna give it to the Bucks. Bucks got an explosive offense, bro. Which is like
when they want to.
For them. What's that?
When they want to have an explosive offense.
Right, that's why I said it's like a gift and a curse for them. Because it's like you're right. It's like it feels like when they want to. But they can drop points in a hurry, bro. Teams like that should scare other teams in the playoffs. Like teams that can score quickly. And they've also got rid of some teams too. Like I don't know. The Bucks got rid of some teams this year, like blew them out. So yeah, I'm going with the Bucks in that division, bro. They ain't gonna make no noise if they win it, but
all right. Lastly, I mean that division sucks. Just to be honest, I agree with B. He made the comment that whoever wins that is going to get smoked in the wild card round. Because it's probably true. They'll be playing the Eagles. So wait, is it gonna be?
Wait. Now if they play the Eagles, especially the Bucks. I wouldn't like that if I was an Eagles fan. If I'm the Eagles fan, I want the Bucks to lose. I don't want to play the Bucks. I want to play the Falcons.
I feel
from the Eagles. Right? Like I want to play the slow-paced team from the Eagles.
Hey, I feel that. I mean, I'd love to play either the Saints or the Falcons, preferably if we're talking. But all right, let's get into the rest of the scenarios. The wild card's up for grabs, so F the scenarios. Y'all heard most of it. I think the Packers are going to get that last spot right now. If they hold on and they win, they're in. The Vikings could get that spot though with a win and a Green Bay loss and a Seattle loss and a Tampa Bay loss. That's a lot. And the Seahawks could easily win if they win and Green Bay loses. So who do y'all see getting that last wild card spot? The Packers are playing the Bears. The Seahawks are playing. Who the hell are they playing? I don't even see them on the schedule, bro. Oh, they're playing the Cardinals, which they're playing all right, I guess.
Say it again. They're playing what? They're playing what?
They playing all right, I guess. They play good enough to beat us. So, you know what I'm saying? That's not bad. That's playoff football, man. That's playoff football as far as I'm concerned. Y'all got who y'all got? Packers, Seahawks, Saints could technically get the wild card too.
Give me the Packers, because if you're Dallas, you don't want to see Seattle because that was too much of a close game. And right now, the Dallas defense secondary is looking so sus. It's not looking like the defense that we've seen in the first 2 months of the season as of late. So I like, and then Green Bay, man, Jordan Love, man. I was a doubter. I didn't think it would be this good. I didn't think he'll take this team to the playoffs. Look, first year starter, he's taking Green Bay to the playoffs, man. Oh, hey, man, maybe Aaron Rodgers was wrong. Maybe he should have stayed in Green Bay. Maybe he would have probably still had his Achilles.
And nobody understands quarterback more than Green Bay, bro. Like, they fucking get it. They fucking understand it. They get that, like, it doesn't happen overnight. They just get it, bro. They just get it. And they reap the rewards. I mean, they went from Favre to Rodgers, and now it looks like Love is a franchise quarterback. That really doesn't happen. Like, I can't think of another team that just – and that's assuming that Love is the guy, right? That's assuming that Love ends up going on a – let's say an Aaron Rodgers-like run. Maybe no Super Bowls. Let's just say Pro Bowls, the whole nine. Bruh, who else has done that, bruh? Who's gone from – I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess like the Ravens went from Flacco to Lamar. I guess that's kind of –
I mean, the 49ers went from, Montana to Steve Young. That's got to count for something.
But after that, look at where they went.
Oh, man, I thought you was allowed to talk. I was sure this dude was about to be like, yeah, they went from Alex Smith to Jimmy Garoppolo to Brock Purdy. I was about to be like, hold up, dog.
Come on, bro. Nah, I was never going to say that. The current team is still clearly, they figuring it out. They're just not getting it together. Love been cooking though. I agree. I've actually said that during our preseason show. I thought Love was going to ball out. You feel me?
Did y'all see Cam Newton's comments about quarterbacks and how GMs need to be held more responsible because they're not developing nobody?
No, but
I rarely listen to Cam Newton speak, so no.
Sometimes you sort of talk too good for.
I like listening to Cam Newton speak, especially on football related topics. Especially on quarterback-related topics. He's got real good insight. There's someone obviously that played it, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And there's someone that they probably tried to change multiple times, someone they probably tried to convince he shouldn't play it. Like, he got an interesting perspective, dog.
Definitely.
And he was like, yo, like, these GMs don't get held accountable. Like, a quarterback flames out and everybody just points and laughs at the quarterback, calls him a bust, says he was trash. But, like, a lot of times these organizations are not putting them in a position. Like, yo, I feel like we just seen it. Hey, hold up, bro. I just reminded myself, Scruff. You ain't gonna like this one, Scruff. Hey, G, do you remember when the humble good mister predicted how the city of Philadelphia would turn on their chosen son, on their prodigal son?
Oh,
you remember when I predicted this? You see it unfolding, right? You see how Philly.
Yeah.
You see.
I ain't turn on them.
You have look, Scrub. You haven't yet, all right? But
haven't yet.
I know.
But after this season is like he's on the thin line right now. Thin line.
The hate in Philly fans' hearts, it spreads like COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, if one feels some hate for somebody, he tells the other one, and they just start feeling that same hate. Like, yeah.
It's like The Last of Us. It's like The Last of Us little thing.
Yeah, in fact, it's like a Philly fan will randomly come up to Scruff. Like, Scruff still rock with Jalen Hurts. He's still wearing his jersey, all that. But in the next,
I don't think he does, man. He's out here talking about he's trying to host a Ravens Super Bowl party.
in the coming weeks, yo. Scruff's gonna have a random conversation with a passerby, with a random Philly fan. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, Jalen playing like some shit." And Scruff gonna listen to that. He gonna be like, "You right, dog. You right. You right. He did some shit these last couple weeks. I know how y'all do, bro. I done seen it play out. Cause it's like, yo, Philly. It's like, yo, some fans, for example, Giants fans, another delusional fan base, right? But if the Giants fans have two quarterback options, their whole fan base be torn. It'd be like, nah, we gotta start Tyrod, and then G be like, no, we gotta start DeVito. And it's like they always torn.
I never said no shit like that. Watch your mouth, yo. That's blasphemy. I'm gonna cut your tongue, boy. Fuck out of here,
bro. They always on the same page, dog. Like I don't know what it is about it. Like it'd be like they listen to the same radio station, same web, they read the same blog sites or something.
The same podcast.
Every Philly fan be agreeing, bro. They be like, yeah, Jalen, time for him to go.
Yeah. Nah. The G was more. I say G was more accurate in his characterization because the truth is they're not ready to turn on him yet. But basically, what's going to happen is if this season ends up being a failure, like for example, if they lose in the wild card game or whatever, they don't make it past that wild card round for whatever reason. Most likely, the person that they're going to turn on is going to be the coaching staff. What layers of it is going to happen? It's either going to be the coordinators are going to be gone. This is the level of turning, right? It's going to be the coordinators couldn't get the job done. We're going to get a whole new coordinator staff, right? Then they're going to say, if the coordinators get a job next season, they're going to say, the coordinators fuck. Sirianni sucks. Just get the whole coaching staff the fuck out of here, right? And then if it still doesn't go right, then they're going to turn on Jalen Hurts. He's a few lines away from.
All I would say, Scruff, is that would be an opposite order that it's gone with Philly in the past. All right, I'm just saying. Philly pointed the player first. Right? Some fan bases pointed the coaching first. All right, Philly. Carson.
See, I don't know what.
Carson Wentz out of here.
I don't know. I don't know.
Carson out of here.
I hear you, but that's happened though because I mean Doug Peterson actually is a good coach, but excuse me. No, the sentiment from Eagles fans, from who I've talked to, is the coaching is the reason we're losing. It's been the same thing all season. We've said the same thing about the coordinator. You know what I mean? The coordinator on both sides is trash, bro. That's where I'm at with it, and that's where most of us are at. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty disappointed, obviously, but we're blaming the coordinator, man. We blame the coordinator.
All right, all I'm saying, man, I got my posts on a lot of these fan bases, man. I got my posts on the fan base, bro. Shout out to Twitter.
My thing right now,
Twitter shows me everything I gotta see.
Nick, don't take it to the heart, man. This the same guy over here that's watching the Commander fan. What he said about his offensive coordinator, he's gonna change that team around. And look at them, bunch of bums. Don't worry about them. There's a bunch of bums up there. Hey, don't take this shit to the heart. Look, he didn't change your mood. You were just smiling not too long ago. Now look at him.
Hey, look, I was at the game on Sunday. I was at the Commanders game, bro. When I tell you these boys stopped playing after the first quarter, dog. Hey, bro, they packed it in, and I couldn't even blame them. I was getting
playing the best team in football.
Whole bunch of millions of dollars. And looking at that field, like it ain't worth it this year, man.
Hey, Bryce, go try out. I know you play flag football. Go try out for them real quick tomorrow. I bet you be the starting receiver.
Hey, I bet you wouldn't get one rep at the combine.
I bet I will get one rep at the combine.
No, but you wouldn't because you have to hit your chest.
And bro, with 2 plates, all right, 2 plates, I could do 15 without a problem. Hey, Scrub, how much you doing with 2 plates?
Hey, Scrub.
How many reps you doing with 2 plates?
The man would get under the bar, hit all 15, 20 of his reps. He would get up, and it would be like, 0.
Fuck out of here.
What you mean?
I'm going to get a gun.
I don't count.
Shoot shit up.
0.
Yeah, he not wrong though. That's how they don't count him on the combine unless you hit the chest, bro. That's where the count starts.
Those are not combine reps, G.
Listen, man. Listen, let's get a gym session in, man. A chest day, man. I'm gonna send y'all guys packing after the 3rd workout, man. I'm gonna I can't do this no more, man. My titties hurt, my back. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna send y'all packing.
You talking about something different. I'm not even trying to say like, all right, yeah, okay, G, you in the gym for 2.5 hours or whatever the fuck it is, but you not.
I told him my workout regime for back day. He was like, wait, what? And I told him how I hit what are my breaks between breaks. And he was like, nah, we can't do that. I can't talk to you about this no more. He walked away from me.
I'm not talking about any of that other than the fact that you're not touching your chest. So you cheating yourself, my boy. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna do chest tomorrow. I'm gonna send you a video.
I don't care if you're not touching your chest. Don't send me
But I'm gonna
shit.
send you the video. I'm gonna send you the video. I'm gonna touch my chest 15 times just for you.
Okay.
And once I do this for 15, send me a video. What's your max reps are?
I'll tell you this. It's not a me versus you thing. You
And
clearly
now it's me
probably
versus everybody in gas. That's
nah,
what I'm gonna try to say. Even
you live
Bryce.
more you live more frequently than me. You know what I'm saying? But that's a fact. The point is, bro, you put that
I don't touch
315
my
on your
chest.
you put that 315 on your chest, you're not getting all those reps. You might not even get one.
We'll see. We'll see.
You're gonna hit that shit off your chest, you might get it up one time, and then it's gonna go down the second time, and you're gonna be kaput. Cause you know what I mean? How many did you get? You got like 5 of them joints, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I got three.
Okay, even worse. You definitely not getting the second one up. You'd be lucky if you get the first one off hitting your chest. You're gonna hit your chest and you're gonna be like, and then you're gonna be pooped. And you're gonna be
But
done.
that's one more that I could do that you can't.
You right? Yeah, I guess.
Motherfucker.
I guess. I guess let's get into our last topic, man. We was talking in a group chat, mostly Bryce and T, man. This really needs to be a Bryce and T conversation because y'all was the main ones, going into the conversation. But you know, it's a timeless question. Does money buy you happiness? This actually could be a really quick one, depending on how the answers go. Bryce, I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, yeah, I think money can buy you just about anything you want. You just got to know where to buy it, all right? And you got to know what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think that money can buy happiness. Now, will I ever fully know for sure? Hopefully, because I feel like you got to have like 100 M's to really know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a little million, a little couple 100K. Like, you can't tell me that money buys you happiness because you don't have access to buy anything you want. You got to have at least the access to buy just about anything you want to truly know. But my guess would be like, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, if I was upset, if I was mad, dog, like, I'll just go blow a bag and I'll probably get a little happier, bro. Now, people want to get into true happiness and what that really means and are you really fulfilled, blah, blah, blah. Man, it's for the birds, bro. I know for a fact 100 M's will definitely bring me happiness, and that's just me.
Yeah, I disagree with you to some degree. I think that money makes it easier to achieve happiness to some degree because like if you use it you can use it as something that can bring you happiness now, but it depends on what you're using it for. Like if you're using it to just like buy shit, I think that's typically pretty short-lived happiness. Because if you're just seeking happiness in other things like buying material objects, then you're going to continue to just try to fill that. And if you're looking to spend money for experiences, depending on the experiences, like you probably will gain some happiness there. I do believe that. Depending on what you spend the money on, you're traveling, going to see places, experiencing new cultures, foods, like that can bring happiness. I do really think that. Um,
Do you think that? Do you think that you can have so much money that the materials that you buy now provide experiences? Like, yeah, if I go buy a $200,000 Lambo, right? If I buy a $200,000 Lambo, yeah, I just dropped 200K, but I can make some great experiences in that Lambo. All right, I brought something that was kind of trivial. I bought something that was pretty materialistic, but let's go make some experiences with it. If I buy me an Audemars, you know what I'm saying? If I buy me you feel me, like a presidential rollie, yeah, that's material. But when I throw that rollie on, wherever I step into with that rollie on, now it's an experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just
I
feel
hear
like
you.
I also feel like it's the mental makeup. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you make a good point though. Experiences over possessions.
That's me personally. I think that's more so a reflection of my values. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think if I had $1 million, I would buy a Rolex, or if I had $1 million, I would go buy an Audemars or whatever the fuck the name of that shit is. I probably at the most would buy a Range Rover and I'll call it a day. Yeah, I'll probably still be wearing this Gap hoodie and shit.
Hey, I'll tell you, I'll be the first to let you know. No, you wouldn't, dog. And I love when people talk this humble pie. I love when people talk this humble pie, bro. You know,
maybe I'll get a Tesla. Maybe I'll get a Tesla.
The reason I love when people talk the humble pie is because sometimes they talk to a person that knew them when they were broker than they are now. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're not wearing the same things you were when you were broker than you are now, if you upgraded from there, like why wouldn't you upgrade again once you got to a couple million? You know what I'm saying? Like
slight upgrades though, like nothing crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? I ain't out here buying designer shit. I've never been that guy.
Right? Yeah, no, not
like
designer
sneakers
shit.
though.
Like, I mean, what kind of headphones are those on your head? What kind of headphones are those on your head?
These not my headphones, but I have Beats too.
Are those Beats? Yeah. Are those Beats? All right. You know, those aren't the Raycons from Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
You know, but that's a quality enriching experience though. That speaks to your point.
No, but but to you though. To you. You know what I'm saying? Because some people feel the cloth of a nice shirt and be like, yo, when this cloth touched my skin, that's an enriching experience. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good point.
So it's like everything, all that shit is subjective.
Nah, I think it's more subjective question because if you think about it like this, right? I ain't the richest person, but I'm just happy when I'm with my family. Like, you know, I'm more happy if I could make them happy. If I were to have a certain amount of money, for me, it wouldn't be what I'll do with it, is what I could do with it for the other people around me. Because you see a bunch of people that they'll tell you, like you hear it, you hear it often where the millionaires would be like, man, I wish I didn't have this kind of money because I don't come with this kind of stress.
I never heard no one say that.
For me, it'd be like your relationship with God would depend where you sit with money. Because I'm okay with the money I make now, and I don't think I make crazy money, but I don't think I make poor people money neither. It depends on who you are, your moral standards are with that kind of money, with money. Because you could be a shitty ass person and money won't make you happy, or you could be a person that has mad love and money would just prolong your happiness with people around you.
So basically, money can buy you happiness. Is what y'all both telling me?
No, I'm not saying it could buy happiness. What I'm saying, it could either fuck you or not fuck you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because
that's what I heard.
Because with money, you could also meet assholes you don't need to be having around your life. And then look, now you're fucking a fiend because you did so much drugs because it brought you to a different kind of stratosphere where those people are doing crazy shit.
See, that's going so left with it though. Like that's taking the.
But because you're going so right, and you think it's all going to be, oh my god, I'm going to just have no. But you also got to think about the negative that comes with money. And you're going to meet assholes. Just as much you meet good people, you're going to meet assholes with it.
I don't.
Or you're not.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but like if the question is like, can money buy happiness? Right?
No, it can't.
It can.
I think it definitely can.
I think it can help.
Like I think it definitely.
It can make you miserable as hell, man. You about to see a lot of people running your corner. They're gonna feel entitled. They're gonna be like, give me. At that one point, that drives a person crazy.
No, that's actually one of the main reasons why I wouldn't be too showy with my bread. Because I don't want people. I don't want people.
Remember, they say it all the time. Money doesn't change you. Money, all it does, it makes you who the person you are already. Where and times 1,000 or whatever amount of money you have. So if you're an asshole without money, just imagine you with money. You're gonna be an asshole times 10. If you're a good person with money, then you're gonna be a good person with money times 10. If you're bad with money already, then you're gonna be bad with money times whatever the amount you have. Vice versa, we're good. So it all depends who you really are when it comes with money. Because you could be like, Bryce, well, I'm gonna be a Lambo. Okay, but who are you, Bryce? Or the person you are now? Are you a good person with money? And if you are, then you're gonna be that times whatever the amount you have. But if you're a shitty person with money, it's gonna be that times the whatever amount of money you tend to have. So it all depends on who you are.
Bryce got to get in the car and go fucking zoom in, so I could see him really enjoying that shit.
I don't. This is the thing. Like, G, I think everything you said is right, but I also think like you kind of described that money can buy you happiness. Now,
it can
it also ruin your life? Yes, but like, bro, anything can ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally, like, bro, there's no doubt in my mind that money can buy happiness. Anyone that says it can't, I feel like they just haven't gotten enough of it yet. Like, bro, I've gotten, and I'm not about to talk about my pockets, but I've gotten I've gotten my money up, right? Nick, hey, I'm happier. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy too. I got a beautiful raise this year, and I never thought I'd be this
If
happy.
you feel like you getting your money up and you less happy, that's on you, bro. But I know every time my money goes up, I get happier, dog. You know, I get a little bit happier. Teach his own. You know, somebody probably get money like, hey, this shit ain't making me happy at all, man. When I check that 401k, I'm happy. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I do. It does make me feel good. It does. Even like the small shit, the 401ks, the investments. You see that joint going green. You see the gains, the plus percentages.
That's what I said, bro. All this humble people. When the money talk starts, and that's why I think like it really is a lie that was propagated. Like, oh, money doesn't buy happiness. Man, that's something a rich person told you. Money doesn't buy happiness because everybody's rich knows, bro. Does it buy happiness?
But it depends who you are, though. Because if you got shitty people around you, bro, you're not gonna feel happy with the money.
You keep bringing up these I get it, bro. Those are.
But you're bringing up your own valuables that are just depending on who you are. You're not saying it's open spectrum because you never know. It depends who you are. It all comes down to who you are and what you got to surround yourself with already.
Yeah, let's take it base level. Do you know anybody that wouldn't be happy if you gave them $1 million? You know someone that would not be happy because what I'm saying is you start getting well the people around you. You're talking outside factor. Let's just stick with the money and the happiness. And let's say a person stumbles, they trip and fall, and they look down, it's $1 million. Are they happier? They're gonna be the amount of happiness they're gonna gain isn't even like it's gonna be unfathomable, bro. You're gonna be so happy, bro. Stop letting these people tell you money don't buy you happiness, bro. That's just the biggest lie ever, dog.
It depends, man. Because I start putting everything to perspective. Taxes, Uncle Sam. I'm like, damn, can I afford to buy this? I got to make sure I give him half. This is for me. Is that I think about the whole broader picture of everything because it depends on where you at. But let's say, man, you owe Uncle Sam going want half. If you find that $1 million, so it's not even $1 million. Like, God damn, that's $500,000, depending on where you're at. You could be in California. That's literally half. I know in Jersey, you probably get taxed like at a 35% if you have a certain amount. But it's just all depends, man. For me, it all depends. That's why I just said, man. It depends. For me, it's more like your relationship with God, and then you go from there. Money just could help you a lot more.
Man, your relationship with God don't matter one bit when you get 100 M's.
Yes, it does.
What do you think? God? You think God didn't give you them 100 M's? You think that wasn't?
I'm saying. Hey, I think God, yeah, but then God's gonna test me with it. He's gonna be like, well, you got to know how to say no. Yeah, good luck, my son. And I'll be like, what happened with that? Why these people around me been out? I don't want these people around me, man.
Listen, I get 100 M's. The first thing I'm doing is thanking God.
Thanking God, I agree. I'm thinking the same shit, bro. So I was really trying to go through my database in my head because when G was like, "Yeah, man, people say that they gonna got money and they're not happy. I wish I didn't have this money." And I'm thinking like the whole history of the world. Who the fuck said that? And I've only came up with one person, bro. It was J. Cole. It's the only person I've ever heard say that. And it wasn't a song though, so it was theatrical.
In fact, if we're being completely honest, it's the extreme opposite. The lack of money in this world brings extreme unhappiness, bro. Extreme.
It's the root of all the crimes and the evil things that we have to do with it.
Right, come on, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong. That's not to say that you can't be happy with a little bit. You can be very, very happy, but like, bro, having absolutely nothing, bro, that's not gonna make many people happy, bro. Unless you're finding your happiness from other sources, which is great, but like, come on, bro. If you're struggling. Like, you just ran through a whole bunch of scenarios, and imagine if one of those scenarios was like the light's about to go off. You think you wouldn't be happier with some more money? Like, you don't think money will buy you money? If money is gonna buy you lights, it's definitely gonna buy you happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be happy in the dark. On,
no bullshit. And then like another thing is like the reason I go into this is like all the things that you do that are like part of your day-to-day, you come so natural to it because this is the lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to, all right? But it's like so many things that you do on a day-to-day that money affords you to do. Like I went and bought, an eighth of some real good weed. You know what I'm saying? I was smoking that shit up. I was happy as hell smoking that shit up. I was loving that shit. I'm paying some Call of Duty with some shit I bought. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a lot of things. G, you know what I'm saying? You going and drinking water like, you know, like it's nothing, just fucking pause, sucking down a whole bottle of water in fucking 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like you if you was broke, you wouldn't be able to do that shit, motherfucker. You
No,
wouldn't
I'm
be
not
drinking
gonna
that water
lie.
like that. You'd be drinking that water like cause you're not gonna have it. You don't know when your next water coming if you was really broke. You feel me? Like
Tap
that's
water, yeah.
happiness. You feel me? Like you could drive
Right.
around in
Yeah,
your
come
whip.
on, bro. Hey, G is my
You
man.
love that
bro.
whip, boy. You love
I know
that
this-
whip, boy.
I know this guy G, bro. If G got a crazy bag, boy, G would be in
He would
velour
have a
suits.
nice ass whip.
G
No,
would be in
hell
tracksuit
no.
every day with the check. G
He
would be just
would.
like
He
DJ
would.
Khaled, bro. All
He
right,
would
with
be
a chain
no.
He
on.
I
said
tell you
DJ
this.
Khaled with the Lord.
He would.
He
The
have
the
a
would have-
Versace stuff.
He would.
Fuck out
He would have
here.
some.
Aussie tracksuit with a chain on. I know you,
He'd
bro.
have some. He'd have a real nice watch, track suits. He'd only be drinking top shelf liquors. He'd be spending
get a-
lavishly.
Louis 13 only around me.
G would be getting a
He'd
fade.
be like, "Oh no, the Henny, what we broke. We not drinking that shit. Nah, we drinking the."
G would be getting a fade every 2 days, bro.
Nah, that's how you get your hairline pushed back. I ain't trying to do that.
G would be traveling with a barber, man. Talking about he gonna be humble. You wouldn't be. That humble shit sounds good, bro. 100 M's, man. Honestly, bro. I hate when people start. I hate when it comes to money, and we talk about big amounts of money, because everybody loves to talk that humble shit, bro. When it comes to that, everyone loves. Oh nah, no, I wouldn't be. I would be giving all my money away.
And I ain't say all that shit neither, motherfucker.
I didn't say you
I
said
just
that.
said I wouldn't splurge crazy, but like my first 10 items, right, that I buy with money be my mother's green card, buy my sister and my mother a house, me a house, and then put some money away for my nieces and nephews so they could go to fuck off whatever they want to fuck off. And that's about like 1, 2, that's like 2. I consider that a one thing. That's 5. And my other 5 will be taking care of my peoples. That's about it. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. But I wouldn't like personally splurging on shit too much shit. I'm like,
I hear you, G, but you would buy some shit for yourself along the way, bro.
But a house, that's what I'm saying. For me, it would be a house. I would love to have the ultimate cave. Remember that video you showed me with the caveman? Where the dude had like fucking like 30 TVs, a gym set, and the other side of his caveman. And like that. It looked crazy. That's probably the most lavish shit I'll ever do to myself. And buy 5 season tickets for the Giants. It's crazy. What's crazy shit I do?
I don't know how your brain works, but you just always divert words and shit. Like it's a man cave, my guy.
Yeah, it's a man cave.
You said caveman.
Caveman.
Oh, my bad.
He was
Bro,
like,
I'm
yeah, that
illiterate,
caveman.
motherfucker. Fuck.
Remember that caveman? I was like, what are you talking about?
Man cave, whatever man cave video you show me.
I thought you was talking about
but that's about the most I'll ever do. Like the rest
it was like a man cave that one side of it was like a fucking couch with a big ass TV and shit, and the other side was like a big ass gym.
And that shit look dope. But not besides the point, like, man, listen, I could buy myself jewelry now and I don't buy it. So I know certain things I know I won't go out the way to buy it.
There's levels, bro. Like that's all I'm saying.
It's not me.
Okay,
but I'm just
G.
saying it's not me. It's not me.
If
If it's not me, then it's not gonna be me.
All right, G, put it like this. If you had 100 M's right now, you would at least buy the jewelry that you can afford right now. Like the jewelry that you're saying that you could afford right now, but you don't. If you had 100, dog, it's like spending $10. It's like that's the thing that people don't realize, I think, is like, yo, you know how you spend $2? Like if you spend 100K a year, the way you will spend $2 is crazy, dog. Once you got 100 M's, 20K is your $2, or not maybe not 20, but 2K, 2,000 is your $2, bro. Man,
I'm almost there now.
I'm a realist, bro. Y'all going crazy with that bread, and I'm not saying y'all can be irresponsible, but I know y'all boys well enough, dog. Gee, you're not gonna be still in the pantry, and Scruff, you're not gonna be rocking your gap with it. Right? I'm gonna be in my pantry, but my pantry gonna have better food.
Live from a $10,000 pantry.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
But I'll still be in the pantry though. I gotta let the world know it's still organic. Damn.
Yeah,
That's funny. I want to hear
yeah.
what people think though, man. If you
Yeah.
if you tuned in right now, man, drop a comment and let us know, bro. Does money buy happiness? Do you think it's a thing? Or are you gonna be on your humble pie? Are you gonna be on your humble pie shit and be like, nah, money can never buy my happiness? Because your boy, the good mister's telling you, bro. 100 M's and I'm happy. I swear I am, bro. I mean,
Bryce gonna buy that Lambo and he gonna have himself like 3 Instagram models with him.
nah. I just gonna have my lady with me, man. But I don't think I would get the Lambo though. I don't think I would get nothing that expensive, but I would probably get the i8, you know what I'm saying? Something cool.
Some bullshit. Oh, now it's all of a sudden something cool. That's some bullshit ass. Get the fuck out of my face.
I love the
motherfucker.
i8. That's one of my favorite cars, man. That's one of my
I'll
favorite.
get a Tesla. I'll get a Tesla. Give me the
You
Tesla.
ain't getting.
Yeah, we out here. We out here.
i8, dog. We cruising.
Plug that shit up.
Cruising the
No,
sunset.
I'll literally buy me the Ford Raptor. I'll buy me one of them joints. Them shit's hard. You don't know about that. You don't know about that. That shit
I'm
dope.
have a crumb. Hey, bro, y'all playing.
Lift it, everything. I'm gonna put everything on that shit, and I'm gonna drive with a big ass AK-47. I'm gonna get from somewhere from the Middle East. I know I can get one out here, but that's besides the point.
Okay,
You know how the narcos be having?
I'm buying the Sixers. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. You
I'm
buying?
the Sixers.
I buy 4 seats for 6 years straight.
I wouldn't do that actually.
Why not?
I just get them through my.
You see how G talk with his hypothetical money now? Why not?
Why not? Right, why not? You got 100 hands. Why not buy 4 seats? I'll be doing that shit.
I just get it through my job.
See how quickly that man started splurging?
Right. I'm splurging his money, not my money. I told you, I buy 6 years of Giants tickets. That's about it. Just for them niggas to hurt my heart for 6 years straight, in person, live and direct.
And that's one way to blow your money for sure.
For sure.
All right, fellas, good conversation, man. We don't just talk about sports, man. We talk about life, man. Yeah, you know, you come for the sports, you stay for the culture. And if you're one of the people that's currently here still with us, and you stayed,
we love you.
Shout out to you. You made a good decision with your time. You know, make good decisions with your time and your money, man, because time is money. And how you invest your time is ultimately going to determine how much money you make in some way, shape, or form. You know, it's all currency nonetheless. So thanks for spending your currency time with us. You know how we end every show, man.